I'm here today to announce the formation of the Cook County Sustainability Advisory Council, which will be co-chaired by Ann Pramaggiore, President and CEO of Commonwealth Edison, and Chris Kennedy, the former president of the Merchandise Mart Properties. The council is tasked with working with my office, the Cook County Department of Environmental Control, and other county departments to put forward innovative solutions and resources for sustainability programs that foster energy efficiency and decrease pollution, create livable and sustainable communities, and allow the county to lead by example. I'm asking the Sustainability Advisory Council to help us do nothing less than establish Cook County as a world-class model of sustainability, efficiency, and conservation. We will focus on several areas, including energy efficiency and sustainability program financing, partnership building, and information sharing to improve sustainability initiatives throughout the county, and developing the Cook County government's role as a service provider and leader of sustainable practices. I urge council members to ask tough questions and to think outside the box in setting the goals for sustainability. This council should be a catalyst for policies that will make Cook County environmentally, socially, and economically more sustainable. We've already showcased our commitment to sustainability. We have pursued energy-saving programs such as wattage wars, partnering with ComEd, and tapping into the creativity of our own employees to save energy. I want to give special recognition to Jim D'Amico, our Director of Facilities Management, for his good work in this area. ComEd has already worked closely with me to help generate significant savings for taxpayers through energy efficiency. Additionally, the county put in place contracts for investment-grade energy audits of the corrections and hospital campuses, which are huge two users of energy in the county. They account for 90% of Cook County's building energy use. We're calling on the council to give us strategic guidance to spur us to set ever higher goals. Together, we've already identified the next steps in this effort, including benchmarking all three county facilities for energy use and energy efficiency to help us gain better comparative analysis, target key facilities for investments, and set aggressive goals for improvement. We're pursuing grants and other alternative financing mechanisms for sustainability improvements, and we're partnering with local communities, some of whom are represented on our advisory council here, to address environmental and sustainability issues that cross political boundaries. We need to move energy efficiency up in on the county agenda and make the county a leader in water conservation, stormwater management, green purchasing, recycling, materials reduction, composting, and many more areas in the sustainability arena. Let me acknowledge each of the members of the Sustainability Advisory Council before I turn the microphone over to Chris Kennedy and Ann Pramaggiore, respectively. Gerald Bennett, who's mayor of the city of Palos Hills, Jack Darren, who's director of the Sierra Club in Illinois, Sandra Frum, who's president of the Village of Northbrook, David Hackett, a partner in Baker McKenzie, Ed Miller, who's program manager at the Joyce Foundation, Ken Ortiz, who's the regional manager for the Reuse People, Gene Pogge, who's chief executive officer at Delta Institute, David Pope, president of the Village of Oak Park, which is trying to make itself the sustainability model, right, for local communities. Kelly Shelton, who's president of Shelton Solutions, Kathy Tholen, who's the chief executive officer at the Center for Neighborhood Technology, CNT, with which we've worked closely, and Eugene Williams, who's mayor of Linwood, and they're starting their own wind farm there, right? Where is he? Yes, you're starting your own wind farm. All right, Chris Kennedy, who's the former president of Merchandise Properties, has agreed to co-chair this along with Ann. Let me turn the microphone over to Chris.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Wow, it's kind of scary. Apparently you're used to it. As many of you guys know, the Merchandise Mart is the largest LEED certified building in the world. Together with the building next door, the Chicago Apparel Mart, we have the largest LEED certified building in the city of Chicago, the second largest in the city of Chicago, the first hotel in the city of Chicago ever to receive LEED certification, and the largest LEED certified hotel anywhere in the United States. We know through that experience that sustainability can drive the bottom line. It can attract more customers, cut more costs, and most importantly, it can create a new culture for employees where we bring creative new solutions to challenging old problems. The Mart Center is a great example of the benefits of Cook County's new commitment to sustainability. We want our county to be the greenest county in the United States. We want to attract more businesses to locate here. We want to cut costs for the county itself and for the companies who choose to locate here. We want to change the culture and rebrand our community. We want to reassure companies that when they move here, they won't be burdened by environmental problems that have never been dealt with before. We want companies to know that when they expand in Cook County, they will find clean water and fresh air. They'll also find a pool of young workers whose imaginations are ignited by the fires of leadership that is constantly pushing them to expand and grow without destroying and polluting. We want to attract and retain the young people who want to live in a world where they can be a part of a revolution that they can bring on themselves. Perhaps the greatest way to signal that we are such a dynamic community is to demonstrate that the challenges of protecting our environment are being met with creative ideas and new ways of fixing old problems. We come together today, this morning, as people who love our county and want our children to be able to live here in the future. President Preckwinkle, we come together this morning as friends and allies, supporters of you in the past, and people who want to be protectors of your legacy in the future. We do not want that legacy to be found simply in libraries and memorial articles and books and magazines about the many reforms that you have ushered into Cook County government, all of which you should be proud of. In addition to the reforms, we want your legacy to be the living, breathing, clean air inhaling future of our county. In many ways, these efforts can rebrand our county, making it easier to attract young people, new companies, and established corporations. We want to expand the sustainability movement that is critical to the future of the business community. We don't believe that legislation alone can solve problems. We don't think you can simply codify wishes and dreams. It takes a group of active citizens to become a bulwark against the forces of mediocrity. I know that President Preckwinkle wants us to build that bulwark from among the leaders in this room this morning. And from this core group, we hope to attract others who will stand side by side and shoulder to shoulder with each of us to make Cook County the most sustainable county in the United States. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Chris. Ann?
Thank you, President. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Well, I want to begin by expressing my gratitude toward President Preckwinkle for bringing this group together for the leadership and vision that she's showing on this issue like she does on so many other issues. I want to also commend Chris Kennedy, my co-chair. He's been a leader both in local and national environmental efforts. Under his presidency of the Chicago Merchandise Mart, they became the largest building in the world to be certified under the standards of the United States Green Building Council's Leadership in Energy Efficiency Design. I also want to thank the other members of this council. They are true experts in the area of sustainability and energy efficiency, and I look forward to working with them. My personal and professional commitment to sustainability begins with my position at ComEd. Now, it may seem ironic that ComEd, a company that is in the business of delivering power, would be supporting an initiative to reduce the use of power. But in today's competition for jobs and economic development, we must offer businesses and communities the ability to lower their energy bills to gain competitive advantage. Most importantly, it is what our customers are asking for, and to support our communities and our customers, we must respond at ComEd. And we have. ComEd's energy efficiency programs for its customers are among the top 5 in the country in terms of scope and scale, saving customers $95 million annually. The legislation that was passed last year expands those programs even further and adds a $22 million trust that will support startup energy tech companies in our region. And last year, President Preckwinkle enlisted the support of ComEd to identify a plan for reducing energy consumption at county facilities. The project scope included energy efficiency assessment of 8 county facilities. At the conclusion of the project, 21 million kilowatt hours of electricity, the equivalent of powering 2,200 homes, 20,000 therms of natural gas, and $2.4 million in total potential annual energy savings were identified. Also, the ComEd team, working with President Preckwinkle's team, identified up to $1.6 million in offsets or energy efficiency incentives to offset the cost of putting in place the types of changes that would generate these savings. Going forward, we are going to work with the county. We are going to work with this group to provide energy efficiency savings, to look for sustainability opportunities, both for the county facilities, the county's own house, and also for the customers and residents of the county's 128 communities. We're delighted to be a part of this. I want to thank President Preckwinkle and everybody on the team. Thanks.